For the second league of the day, that's my sign. So when I'm editing this later, I can know like, oh, find the hand sign, and you know where to start the video. For the second league of the day, Sultai, or third league, I guess technically, Sultai with Rakshasa's Bargain. We played it through a trophy league the other day, and then I think followed it up with like a 3-2 league or something like that. Beside the point. Rakshasa's Bargain being the new fancy draw spell from Dragons of Tarkir. Or was it Tarkir Dragon Storm? Whatever. Um, a black 2 hybrid, black green hybrid, or 2 green hybrid, 2 blue hybrid. Look at the top 4, 2 into your hand, 2 into your graveyard. So you get control, unlike Sauron's Ransom. Idea just being to fuel out your graveyard for FrogTide, for Psychic Frog, find the stuff you need to be able to cast it at any given point. Going Sultai, not only for that, but for copies of cards like Veil of Summer, Collector from the sideboard, for Affinity, for any of the blue-black mirrors, blue-based control decks running around. Abrupt Decay, Terra Sunder for a little non-creature permanent interaction. And then 4 Consign, 3 Harbinger, because we want to mess up Eldrazi like nobody's business. Let's hop into it. Actually, let's restart Moto real quick. Before the lag catches up. I remember my password. If they can get Moto to just like stop storing all of this RAM space, then the program would work really well. Because like it's felt a lot smoother firing up and getting into leagues and whatnot recently. It's just the fact that over time it builds up so much RAM usage that it kind of locks everything up. A YouTube sub. Probably should get rid of the YouTube sub notification. But while we're waiting for a match, we'll drop some links to the YouTube and the Twitter and the Blue Sky, just in case you're not following. You're more than welcome to come over, or the Discord, in case you want to come join the Discord and talk all things frog. On the draw, I do have a consider, so we got some looks at another land. We'll just find it. Boros action. Storm. Okay. I think that means I'm going for a consider here. I'd rather up my chances of finding like a force of negation. I think I just have to jam frog and hope they can't go for it. that have no real interaction. Just uninteracted, turn 3, really low chance they can't go off here. Go to game 2. The joys of modern. Oh, you kept a hand with a couple threats and ran into Storm. Ha ha ha. Good job. Yep. It's got a frog and a force. It's about all I can ask for. A frog, force, and opponent mulliganed. Frog plus force might as well be a legacy hand. A lot of the times it feels like it. Now, obviously, they could have like a Ral here, and things look a little more awkward. Sure. They always have a medallion here, except for when they don't have the medallion. It's crazy. Here, I'm just going to start throwing a bunch of stuff into this frog so that I can play out a FrogTide. We're just going to try our best to kill next turn. If you have Orm's Chant plus go off on turn 3, Opponent said hard trolled. Was that this game? Yeah. So if I discard both of these, this is 6. This goes up to 7. So I'm still not killing here. So let's go attack at them. Well, attack at Ral, attack at them. Likely doesn't matter. But with one card left in hand, I'd keep the force so that if they brick, we have a better chance of have lethal next turn. Possibly. I see where you're coming from. Guess I don't want to F6 just in case they have a way to like interact with the frog. I could respond by exiling my yard to grow the FrogTide. I guess maybe the flip side is if I force the Orm's chant, maybe they don't go for it there for whatever reason. Probably unlikely, but all right, show me a Ral. It's not a Ral. All right, I'm gonna keep that because I'm gonna need to sink into stupor this medallion possibly, and this gives an answer to that. Definitely be fighting over an artist talent. Hmm. Okay. We've got the land on top. I can decide if I want to play out the frog or go for sink the medallion, consign it on the way back down. I think I like play the frog here since they didn't do anything on their turn. Just throw it back. Throw it back. They have the past in flames. Oh boy. Hold. Hold, brothers, hold. You like seeing this one. You get 2 goblins. 2 goblins, no more, no less. Saving that to ditch to the frog. Fine. Didn't know that the triggered self-restore was a singular trigger. That it is. All right. Start throwing stuff into this frog. See if we can get this game over. So if I go discard, sink into stupor, have stubborn denial on this, bowmaster the token, hit him for 6, counterspell whatever they top deck, and then have a lethal swing the turn after. Counterspell anything they put on the stack here. Okay. All that and didn't even have to see a Rakshasa's bargain. If they got past some flames, it was over. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't. Couldn't tell you. Like you said, might have been just playing around force negation, but Temple Garden Ocelot Pride. So do you think this is like a I was gonna say, do we think this is a what's it called? Ritual deck? Do this. I don't know what's going on yet, but when it's missing land drops, I'm gonna try my best to take advantage of that. Yeah, I think ritual's a reasonable assumption. Sure. Edge maze. Sure. The international sign for I have another bowmaster. Yeah. I think ritual is a good assumption, so we're gonna bring in the anti-birthing ritual part of the deck. In the previous Sultai list, you included subtlety. Any reason you removed it today? Mainly because I don't think subtlety is very good right now. Like, you got to take into account the progression of metagames. When we played that list, we were coming off of a meta where Black, White, and Breach had been dominant. Breach just got banned. Black, White was like, oh, everybody's going to go to this. Solitude's everywhere. Subtlety's really good into Black, White. Black, White hasn't panned out since. It's been on the decline. Eldrazi's been on the increase. Prowess has been on the increase. So going up on subtlety is not a great spot against a bunch of like hasty threats and Partner's also good. Ritual mana is super greedy, even if they're two colors. Is there anything I'm super thrilled to get rid of? Yeah, it's a good question. It's just how to maybe thought season where I want to be, especially on the draw. It's a good question. It's just like the way the meta progresses is hard to tell if you pick like two spots. Like, say, I pick this league 2 months ago in this league today, and they're completely different. And I don't know why they're completely different. It's definitely hard to pick up on why that would be the case based off just like those two, without seeing the leagues in between where those progressions have been made. So the entire hope on this hand was simply that my opponent did not have an Ocelot Pride on turn 1. Thankfully, opponent did not have an Ocelot Pride on turn 1. So might be okay. I also don't know. I don't know if I need to be like saving Stern Scolding for like Solitude, or if I need to be Bring Heart Nantuko. Bring Heart Nantuko on Guide of Souls is not the play I expected to see in 2025. Thought we were past this. Thought we were better than this, Modern. We just out here casting cards. All right, please don't solitude me, bro. I ask. Sure. Ah. Ah. No, no, no. Hit him with the old Dikembe Mutombo. No, 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 not in my house. You put an EE in the board for the 75. I did not. So if I fatal push the guide, they get the Nantuko. They don't get the guide. Like, this has got to mean that they have another land, right? He said, knowing that the answer would be no. Never mind. Sometimes you make assumptions about what your opponent has got in hand, and you were just off on all accounts. That, comrades, is a Sanctifier on Vec. Another card that I don't believe I have seen in the last, like, I don't know how long. I'm going to let this go and Abrupt Decay it. Save my Stubborn Denial. Where were you the last time you saw Sanctifier on Vec? Opponent has floated a white mana and proceeded to pass. Yep. It's always the Skyclave Apparition, isn't it? Always the Skyclave. Sure. I'm just gonna beat face. If they want to block a Bowmaster and take, what, 6? Cool. First bargain cast of the day. Harbinger looks a little bit less exciting when they can just pay. Or like get a forest and not care about it. I guess it shuts off like... No. Cut them off double green or white. Is that something we just like even care about? Because they're about to block this Bowmaster and die. Come on. But like, I would cut myself off a bunch of stuff too. And I feel like we're just so far ahead that I shouldn't play the spell that doesn't get the game over with and like extends it out extra turns unnecessarily. It's like, I don't care about Eternal Witness here. There's nothing they get back that does anything. I don't care about White Orchid Phantoms. Skyclave isn't touching the Murktide. It's like exactly Solitude. And Solitude's still on chump blocking duty. I still just get to like play out another Bowmaster and a Frog. So... like, if I Harbinger and they have... I don't even know what they would get off Birthing Ritual. I don't know. Don't imagine it mattering all that much. What do we got? Okay. Salty's into Bowmaster. Not the greatest threat in the world, but it's got power and toughness. And if there's some on something like Boros, maybe we get to snipe a cat. Are we taking Reveler? Are we taking Swift Spear? Preordain? Take Swift Spear. I'm thinking about taking Preordain. I think Reveler is just best card in the hand. I don't have a lot of ways of dealing with it if it resolves. But I kind of feel like they're going to hit me. They're going to hit me with Swift Spear. All right. I was going to say something like they hit me with Swift Spear and I don't get to Bowmaster in response to the Preordain because they just play like their second land first. I wasn't really expecting them to go for the basic mountain, but here we are. If they want to fire off a bolt. They scried one to the top, one to the bottom. No mutagenic growth, no mutagenic growth, no mutagenic growth, no mutagenic growth, no mutagenic growth. Thank you. Not playing around days. What island are they gonna pick up? Answer me that, Batman. Ah, crap. I thought about bolting in that Springs. I thought about it. That's on me. It was like, oh, they got 9 or 6 points of damage in hand. I'd be at 11. But it really did just cut off like all of the worst things I could see. Expressive Iteration, Slick Shot, Corey Steele. Just no reason not to fire off or to bolt in that springs. Hello, why you not untap springs? Take spell snare the Quarry Seal. Sounds like what I was just saying. That I was playing around my opponent having 6 points of burn, and I would have been bolting myself down to 11 willingly, and didn't really want to put myself down to 11, but should have because all my opponent's best spells were 2 mana. Yeah, literally just like I should have and didn't. Was too scared of the bolts in hand, not scared enough about the Quarry Seal that could be on the stack. Or decaying the board laughing hysterically. Yeah. Maybe they're nice and pop this bauble here. Hold up. Hold up. Take it. Take it. All right, we need to find a Murktide. Ah, it's totally what I meant. Murktide. So close. So close, and yet so very far. Basically, Murktide just the complete opposite side of the deck list, but I'm just gonna go to game 2. So yes, I fucked up. I did not hold up the spell snare there. Is Collector Oof worth it here? Stopped re-equipping Corey Steel, and it stopped Mishra's Bauble. Could just be better than like Kaito. Sounds like a pretty stretch of a justification. The answer is just don't not play into the or around the quarry steel. Seven zero on the day. Sure you don't have cards in your lap? We're not 7-0 in the day. We're 7-2, 8-2, something like that. We started a league before the first two. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 7-2. Are we just jamming a frog here? I don't mind just jamming frog. Start throwing stuff into the frog's stomach. Feel really bad when they have Unholy Heat turn 2 with Delirium. Don't you dare flip over Delirium. Playing that before playing a Quarry Steel. Gotta be a good sign. A little bit surprised they're doing this right now. But like, you're kind of saying I can never flip over Delirium here because my heart or my Chandler just gets eaten. Like, of course, we're gonna go for the Bowmaster. Oof. I guess it's kind of okay since I get to keep the second one around. Really, really, really like to find a land off of this frog hit. Untapped land. Nice. Carry on. Orcish been overperforming this league so far. Unfortunately, that's like what always happens is I cut Bowmaster and then all of a sudden it just looks like I miss it every single turn of every game that it's been cut. And then I'll include it, and like half the time it's really good, half the time it's a little awkward. Come on, expressive iteration. Come on, expressive iteration. Kept a card on top. I'm not going to stubborn denial this. Don't love Stub, but it's been working too. I mean, I think Stub does a good job of filling the role, just being like a good value interactive piece. I don't really want another Bowmaster. Just attack with the frog. Or am I just attacking with the orc army? $36. So I'm not threatening lethal. I guess I should have thought about that Bowmaster more. Because if I had kept it and drawn into it and made this same attack, I could discard 3 to the frog, grow it to a 6, 3 out the Bowmaster. Bowmaster ping +1 on here is 11 exactly. So I think I should have put some more thought into that. We can't hit a land to FrogTide and hold up Counterspell because we've got a basic swamp right here. We can hold up Stubborn Denial, but if I'm going to hold up Stub, which is fine, I kind of like just jumping this frog, eating one of these channelers it has to attack, and then having like multiple pieces of interaction up. There's the Quarry Steel. So I'm going to counterspell this. So I can still hold up Fatal Push, and I want to give myself the chance of finding a third blue source. You have the Unholy Heat. Time to bring in the Legion's Ends. Throwback on that one. So I guess they're going for block plus bolt on the frog. We don't block. We have lethal next turn. Um, is it better to not block? Like, if it's a lightning bolt, it's fine. But I guess it could be an unholy heat, and if it's an unholy heat, I'd rather not block. But at the same time, if it's a lightning bolt, they can just kill my orc army token. But I'm still swinging lethal. Okay. I think I have to block the Swift Spear, because if this is like, yeah, lightning bolt, then I've got push on one of their threats. If it was an unholy heat on the frog, I can discard everything. If it was like a lava dart to take out my bowmaster, I could push a threat. Like, they still need something else. So if they go for a mutagenic growth, I can just fatal push whatever they mutagenic growth. Imagine not expecting Fire Blast. Clearly in the wrong format. I should have been playing more Legacy today. Opponent not playing around my snuff out. Ah! Stupid basic swamp every time. Hmm. This is tough. Is there an argument for just throwing back Frog here? Like, I know it feels awful, but mm, for stub, I would like to be able to like soft stub a turn two Corey Steel and then have my spell snare for a later one. I'm gonna throw back the Frog. It's like if I spell snare a turn two Corey Steel, then I've just got like a soft stub that does nothing because I'm still multiple lands off Frog plus uh stub and a bunch of power I don't have at the moment. And I think I want to be able to dig for the second land at least a little bit. Look at this, just strictly better of Kaito. Strictly better Goblin Guide. The guy that would have revealed Kaito and know about our grand plan. Our grand plan to play a 4-drop. You know what? I'm okay with it right here. I will accept the basic swamp this one time. It's not the greatest, but so be it. Also, do love this whole like we're gonna get them with their Corey Steel plan, and they just never have a Corey Steel. Hmm. No way this doesn't go wrong. Go. Save back this sink to throw into the frog. I think bolting in the sink to hold up stub or spell snare just isn't doing anything. They have the Corey seal now. Man, I do kind of hate that. Like, I feel like this sequence wouldn't have been that bad if it weren't for like the double swift spear bauble preordained start. We could just had like a bit of a break on those early turns. Might have been okay. So if I block the Swift Spear and they've got a bolt, I've got to discard everything in hand. Get this frog big enough to eat it. If they have a mutagenic growth, I don't think I can beat a mutagenic growth one way or the other. Yeah, I don't think I'm beating a mutagenic growth, so especially if it's like mutagenic growth plus bolt. Don't play the land. Well, I wanted to save the card in hand to discard to the frog for like exactly this kind of scenario. +1 +0 and first strike. Is your last card a mutagenic growth? It's like this. It takes every card to have a shot here. Wait, did I miss something? Did I miscount? Was the frog not a 4/5 there? Oh. Okay, so it didn't matter. Huh. Didn't know that line of text was on there. But I think that game one mattered. Card's actually good though. I mean, anything's good when your opponent's at like 9 life and forced into a block with a double strike effect, right? It's like this pump spell that forces offward combat math is good when your opponent's at single digit life and you have multiple creatures out and couldn't they have just cast that on the Swift Spear and killed me? Because wouldn't it have gotten the Swift Spear up to a 5/5 and then double strike for lethal? Opponent last seen 7 days ago, Dimir Murktide. Oof. That's a little terrifying. Just immediately bin the Murktide. Got it. Not my bargain. I don't think I've seen these ones before. It's like a dead body in a fountain. Literally is a watery grave. It's funny. It's 3/3 Murktide. All right, down to 4 cards. Bowmaster. Okay. That's the payoff. That's the one we want. Carry on. All right. Thoughtseize coming in. We got these fancy Veil of Summers. We're degenerate gamers today. Part of me wants to follow that same plan I did last time, just like boarding out a bunch of thought seizes. Or like stubborn denial's not so good. Not even bringing in Terra Sunder. That's just like another answer to a Murktide. I feel like I have to. True name, what's up? Finally caught the Freak Live sweet build. It's got a few things going for it. Little pizzazz, if you will. Motto. Be a little greedy and take a preordain here. Bruh. Bruh. No. Two to the bottom. Brick on the land. Mm. See if they want to like fatal push this and maybe I can get the frog down. Come on. No, you don't want to stern scolding this. You want to fatal push it. Thought sees me. Thought sees me, you coward. Ah. What do you want? One of your finest lands, please. Deal. Well, fail to find. All right. Show me a mystical dispute. Dispute. Well, not quite the way I wanted to get this onto the battlefield, but here we go. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Does save my Bowmaster from a fatal push. So close. Wait, wait, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the line? Emblem this one. Attack him with both ninjutsu the unblocked one. We can ninjutsu our Kaito for lethal. Ninjutsu our Kaito into another Kaito. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Now if they block the Kaito, we just pick up the Orc army, ninjutsu in the new Kaito, legendary rule, get rid of the old one, attack him for 4 with our emblem. Brings a tear to your eyes sometimes. Kaito loop were infinite. I'd like to present a loop opponent. If I have 3 open mana and an attacker, I have a Kaito. Magic's a crazy game. All right, Thoughtseize into Frog plus Force. Amulet Titan. To explore. I think I'm forcing this. Like stop a draw, stay kind of even. I know at the time of casting it, their hand sucks. This Grazer off the battlefield. Get FrogTide down and just kind of trying to top deck a land for this Sink into Stupor. Got a Dryad. So I'm dead to a Titan regardless, right? Not dead if they don't have a Titan, though. Black, green, blue. I guess I could have an Otawara. Let's go fetch and fetch and push in hand. Fetch and frog. Now it has to be Otawara or they die. It'll push the Dryad. Get in a couple extra points of damage. All right. I was gonna say, I don't even think we play out the Murktide here. I think I plan on jumping the Frog next turn. If I play out the Murktide and they have like Primeval Titan, maybe go get a. I guess no, it doesn't really matter because if they have like Primeval Titan, go get a Crumbling Vestige, make a green, play an Arboreal Grazer. I can't attack through that anyway. So might as well play the Murktide. Beats an Arboreal Grazer. All right, Titan. Air Asunder good. Thoughtseize good. Consign to Memory is good. Harbinger's great. Everything else is meh. Corrupt Decay is fine. Kite is a little slow. Bargain's a little slow. Dub on the draw is meh. Spell Snare is meh. Bowmaster is meh. Like one of these removal spells. If during game 2 we see Malevolent Rumble, I'll board the spell snares back in, but I don't think I want them just for Explore. Not great, but it's on a mold of 5, so it might just be good enough. Magnus Souls naming giant. Cavern of Souls still naming giant. That one. Pretty much just looking for a Harbinger at this point. Nothing else really matters too much. Harbinger, sink into supers, okay. Oh. So I wonder what part they were missing. Because they went like slow into the Explorer. You've got to have the Titan here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to complain too much about on the draw, double Explore, double Amulet, Bajuka Bog, Titan. I think if there's ever an Amulet hand, you're probably going to lose to. That's it's fairly close to it. We'll bring the stubs back in on the play since they can interact with a amulet on one. Yep. Season to Frog looks pretty good. Thought Season to Frog plus Force again. Just take the Grazer. The mana's a little awkward this game, or a lot of awkward this game. You know, like just second Frog. Hold up like Spell Snare. I can Fatal Push Dryad. If they don't do anything crazy, I can just get a Surveil land and All right. Can we find one of those 3 harbingers, please? Apparently not. What did opponents say? I don't know if that was the game before, but just go ahead and get a basic swamp and force this. And then I've got spell snare if they want to follow up with an aftermath analyst. And then maybe we can find a harbinger in here somewhere. I'll take that because that is a good way to interact with like an uncounterable titan. Harbinger, where are you at? Yep. Um, that is something I can do right now, but I still think finding Harbinger is the better line. Let's go ahead and start discarding some extra stuff, grow these frogs, speed up the game a little bit. Yoink. Sure. I am at hard cast all of my stuff territory. I've got a Beseiju and stuff and cool. Ha 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 ha. All right. What do you think of Sultai? My feelings towards Sultai are kind of the same as the last time I played it. Is when you're winning games with the deck, you're winning because of Psychic Frog, Murktide, Kaito, Bowmaster, counters, like all the blue black stuff. And Bargain is just like not really doing anything in those wins. And then when you're losing, Bargain isn't doing anything to like win you the game from a losing position. But ultimately, it's 3 mana that doesn't really impact anything. Um, the green sideboard stuff, I think, is worth it if you're in a meta where you want to gear for those kind of effects, like gear for Veil of Summer for the mirror, or Collector Roof, Tear Sunder, Natural State, Abrupt Decay, whatever, just to try to fight some artifacts and enchantments. So I think like that's your reason to go green. I don't think Bargain is a good enough reason by itself to make the splash. Bargain did seem mid. Like, we cast it, what, twice that league? Once against Amulet, it didn't really matter. And then the other time was against the Mirror, I think. And it was kind of the same thing. It's like, it might have been something else, but I feel like it was the Mirror, where we cast it and we were just like already either ahead or like had the stuff in hand to get ahead, and it just didn't really matter. So, still kind of low on bargain. School card, good card. I just don't think it's like really what we're looking for to help out. Stubborn Denial, I think, was solid. I want to play another land. I keep having games where I'm just like a one land hand and I need the second to function. And if that one land hand doesn't have a cantrip in it, it's like an auto mole. If it does have a cantrip in it, you still have to hit the second land or you just don't function. And that feels kind of crazy to say on 21 mana sources when I know a lot of people are cutting down to 20. But I just, maybe it's me personally, I do not want to cantrip for the second land. I want to have the second land naturally and be able to cantrip to actually find something relevant when I kind of know what I'm up against. So I think I want that one more land. But since we did just beat up on Amulet Titan, we're going to send everybody over to Mistaken, who's playing, I believe, some Amulet Titan. So I'm going to go trash talk him as much as I possibly can. As always, thank y'all for hanging out. Thanks so much to the new and returning subscribers, the new followers. If you are enjoying the content, enjoying the commentary, enjoying the channel, please consider dropping a follow. Greatly appreciate it. Definitely lets me know that y'all are enjoying what's going on and you might want to come back and check it out again.